Doc Loves the Kids, a local Kitsap County nonprofit organization established in 2015, whose mission is to provide activities, programs, and community support for at-risk youth.
They put the U in community.
Doc Loves the Kids.
Welcome to Uncommon Courtesy,
where we give you the courtesy of conversation
that's uncommonly spoke of.
I'm D-Mac.
I'm Wesley.
And this is the show. Hey, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to catch us every Friday at 7 p.m. Pacific time on the Friday Fix. And 1 p.m. Sunday at our Sunday Town Hall. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us. This is UCC. What's up with you, Wes?
Hey, man, I'm good, man. It's been a hell of a day today. We always say that we start this off every show with it's been a hell of a, you know what I mean? Because it has been. This presidency has been quite the amusement park, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? There's rides everywhere. Every day there's a different, you know what I mean?
It's hard to watch TV shows when you're watching reality
like really? What's going to happen next?
Yeah.
You never know with this guy. But today he finally enacted his tariffs that he's been talking about. And Trump's tariffs decimate stocks and the red flows liberally. U.S. President Donald Trump's so-called Liberation Day for the country came and went. What exactly did this trade plans liberate the world's largest economy from? Leadership of the global economic and financial system, King Dollar seat on the throne, cordial relations with trading partners and political allies. Of course, that's all speculation. The tariffs, apart from the 25% duty on autos, have yet to kick in. Trump's universal 10% tariffs will take effect April 5th, while the ostensibly reciprocal tariff rate, calculated using an unconventional, to put it mildly, formula based on trade deficits in goods, will be live April 9th. Despite their horror expressed by economics, market strategists, and privately CEOs, Trump might indeed be right that the U.S. economy and, more specifically, its manufacturing industry could be revitalized after a period of pain. The markets are going to boom. The stocks is going to boom. The country is going to boom, he said at the White House. But for now, the only subjects of Trump's liberation were investors who parted by the oppressive weight of their stock returns. After being freed on Thursday, investors fled to the safety of bonds before more booms shake the market. It says, what you need to know. Trump reportedly opened to tariff talks. The U.S. president said he would be open to tariff talks with other countries if they offer something phenomenal, according to Reuters report. Trump's top trade aide, Peter Navarro, told CNBC less than an hour earlier that the sweeping tariffs are not a negotiation. Separately, CEO Brad Gershner told CNBC that he spoke with the CEOs of America's largest corporations. They think that the tariffs are a huge mistake.
Well, I mean, so the Dow lost, $2 trillion today. They asked Donald Trump, he was walking on the White House lawn, and they're like, the markets are tanking and everything's going down. How's it going? And he said, I think it's going very well. So what he's doing, he's saying that, we have unfair trade practices with other countries, right? Yeah. But these trade practices are in place to keep stability in the world. So to keep us as, as we used to be the leaders of the free world, which is kind of gone now. Wes, I'm not a stock market guy. You are. Mm-hmm. So do you feel the market will bounce back?
I mean, the market's always up and down. It's a seesaw always with the market. It's just that at the end of the day, there was no reason for these tariffs to be put in place. With the uncertainty, the market is more like this is like big corporations and, people, huge investment firms. This is their money they're putting in. So can they rely on the president to do the right thing going forward? That's what they're kind of banking on. That's what the market is. It's pretty much a gamble. It's a crapshoot about what the future returns will be for any particular company. And so can they rely on this person that he's not going to do something just out of the ordinary later on down the line?
Nope.
Who knows?
Nope.
You know what I mean? So if I could take my money and park it in a country that I know is going to be safe, that's what happens. Our stock market is it's the largest on earth. I mean, far beyond anyone else's in the entire world. Like ours was like 50 something $1 trillion. The next one was probably like 10 or 12 or something like that. I think it was China. Imagine where if I take my money out of here and I see China is doing well, BYD's doing well in China, other corporations are doing well in China. I see that India's stable. Other countries are starting to make trade deals, which is going to help their economy. I'm going to park my money over there. But this is going to send the entire, like the whole globe into a recession. This is what this is going to do. We're the largest economy on earth. So by us like taking us off the table, we're the largest consumer base on earth by far right now. So that's a hard thing. When you started slapping tariffs on people, he slapped tariffs on basically everyone, even countries that took their tariffs off the table.
For Russia.
Except Russia and North Korea. I'm sorry, Russia and North Korea. I mean, Israel took all their tariffs off the table. He still slapped tariffs on them. These are not just reciprocal tariffs he's doing. That's what everyone's saying. He's not doing reciprocal tariffs. He's slapping tariffs like across the board.
Everybody.
So they're acting like it's just a reciprocal thing. He's changed his mind so many times about how he's going to do what he's doing. There's no real clear guidance already. You know what I mean? And like with all the, with the job cuts coming up, because that's a big thing too, that people are not. Wait till I think it's either this month or next month's job numbers come out. That's going to be, I think it's going to be this month's jobs numbers. I think the first was Tuesday was the first. It might be on Friday, or it's going to be either next Tuesday. I forget when the jobs numbers come out. But wait till those jobs numbers come out. You're going to see a huge reduction in the workforce because of all the people who they fired. So that's going to spook the markets as well. So that's not a good thing either. I mean, these tariffs are really going to hurt America. The dollar dropped, drastically. Like you said, we lost trillions in the stock market in one day. Yeah, the stock market goes back and forth, but there's no reason for this. This was done. This is a man-made crash.
Well, that's what he's doing. And they can keep saying, hey, this is what the people elected me to do. And so, it's basically just he's destabilized America to the point there's a whole bunch of uncertainty. And now the world is destabilized. So it's going to be interesting to watch because I don't play in the stock market, but the price of everything, the price of the brick going up, player. And
that's pretty much what it is, man. Like the price of clothing, anything that comes from, basically everything we buy comes from somewhere else, man.
Yes.
We don't really produce a lot here in America. I know that's what they're trying to do. But what you don't get is that, okay, first he's raising prices on what's going to come in. And then he's going to say, okay, produce it here. You know what's going to happen? Because you're not going to take $3 to produce a shirt. You're not going to take that $3 an hour. Another country, they might take $2 an hour, 75, because that worked for them over there in that country. We can't be like, oh, they're underpaying them. It works in their country. Just like when you go to other places, are the dollars worth more? Is because, and you can buy more goods because it works there. That's fine. Just like they have medical expenses here are higher here than other places because it's cheaper there because it works there that way. You know what I mean? And so when you bring it over here, it's not going to make it cheaper for you. It's not going to make it better for you. You're going to be able to buy less stuff. Think that's going to work as a business? We can buy less things. They didn't want to pay you more. They don't want to give you more money. They want to bring more. They want to give the corporations more say so over who they can dictate to buy. We want to make sure that Americans are buying from American companies. Okay, so now our purchasing power is less. So therefore, those jobs won't be over here anyways. So what's the real purpose of it?
Well, I remember AOC. She came out with some hoodies. And it looks like the price has gone down. But I remember when she was first selling them, they're like $120 a hoodie. And everyone was like, dang, why are you selling them so much? That's hella expensive. She said, no, that's how much it costs to manufacture them in America. If you were to get the American materials, get the American workers and pay them a decent living wage, that's how much a hoodie would cost you, about $120. So, a lot of things, they were talking about like the inside of an engine. I can't remember what they were saying. My apologies, folks. Okay. But he was saying, this certain part of your engine in your car touches 6 different countries before it even gets to you.
And that's what it needs to do.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, to keep prices right. The price on a vehicle they're saying are going to go up by like $11,000. Those are also cars that are manufactured more or less manufactured here in America because there's other parts of it that aren't manufactured here. They're just cheaper to manufacture elsewhere. Maybe because number of different reasons. But that's just what the world order is. That doesn't mean I'm not going to say I'm against his tariffs. I'm not just 110% against a reciprocal tariff on, say, you charge us 20% for this, we charge you back this. But at the same time, you need to go discuss these things. I think they should have done it behind closed doors. They didn't need to do a bully tactic. It helps, I guess, because if you put it on the world stage, then it just is what it is. It kind of keeps it in the open. So that country forces them to kind of make a decision on what they're doing.
Yeah.
But at the same time, though, when he could have done it behind closed doors and told them basically, this is what I'm going to do no matter what. If you don't do this, this is what I'm going to do. Because there's some things countries can't remove their tariffs on because they need it for their own particular countries. Like we do things in our country that we may need for, you know what I mean? Like I need to sell, say I'm a country in South America and I sell coffee. That's one of my major exports. There's lots of other things they export too as well. Don't let this be, I'm trying to point them all out. But I will say I need to put a tariff on it though. If a foreign coffee company comes in here because it might be cheaper than mine, to keep the competition less in my country because it's one of my major exports or whatever it is, industries. You need to talk to those people about that and kind of figure out what those things are and work around them. Because because a lot of people aren't going to be able to buy American goods anyways, man. It's not going to work. Our goods cost too much. You think you're going to be able to sell American goods in countries in Central America and North and South America, in Asia? No, they can't afford them. That's why we have countries like China to buy to sell to make our goods, or Vietnam to make our goods. That's why China has Africa to make theirs, because they cannot afford. It just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I mean, it's one thing. Like I said, they got to destabilize America first before they can buy everything up and then, implement their rules and their laws the way they want to. So it's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen in the next coming months. I mean, today was Liberation Day, as somebody said on our site. So I guess we're liberated. So let's see how the prices are going to go up, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to keep you up to date as these tariffs continue.
Absolutely.